Guernica by Picasso. This picture is of mangled, mutilated bodies and human suffering. A cubist piece which was inspired by the bombing of a Spanish town that Picasso knew of. And so what we have here is an anti-war, almost protest painting, just showing the horrors of war. And there's a legend that comes with this painting. And the legend goes like this, that in World War II, Picasso was visited or had an inspection by a German officer, and the German officer saw a print, a reproduction of Guernica. And the German officer turned to Picasso and said, "Did you do this?" Legend has it that Picasso turned to the German officer and said, "No, you did."
I am the snake artist, and my mission in life is to get people to appreciate art and wildlife. The original Guernica is of this terrible catastrophe happening, and so I thought it'd be sort of fun to do it with dinosaurs. And today I'm doing a COLLAGRAPH. First I draw the pattern onto, in this case, a bit of white cardboard. Then I pick up a sharp knife. I cut out little bits. If I want to make a line, I cut both sides of a pencil line and then I peel it out. If I want to do wide areas that are dark, I just cut out a wide area and peel that out, and it'll give a texture. I use PVA glue. I like to use exterior stuff, it's much better. I sometimes mix it with watercolour so I can see where I've been, because often you get the stuff and it dries clear. And my favourite tool to use here is just a pointed stick. I can build up layers, let them dry, build them up again, and end up having almost a sculptural feel to it. Now I'm using shellac. You can buy shellac from a hardware store, and I've just mixed a bit of methylated spirits with it, let it sit for half an hour, and now painting it on my print. I give it a few coats to seal it in really well. I'm using Safe Wash. I find water-based inks really good for COLLAGRAPH. Oil-based inks tend to give too much of a high contrast. I want a nice sort of greying effect. I use water-based inks. I dampen the paper and then leave it out to dry. I push the ink into the grooves. I wipe away the surface area of the ink and buff it and shine it so that the upraised bits are all going to be shiny and clear of ink, and all the little crevices will have ink in them. Next I stick it through a printing press, put my dampened paper on and roll it through. This needs to be put under tremendous pressure, so unfortunately I don't know any way of doing it other than an etching press, although I am experimenting with a few other things, maybe for future videos. Right, I don't want to get my beard caught in this press, so I'll keep my beard way out of the way, and I just roll it through and roll it back again. Make sure I get it done really well. Well, here's my first print of Picasso versus the Dinosaurs. And I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm going to try something else. I've got here a bit of very thin paper with gold screen printed snake scales on it, and another dampened piece of paper. I'm going to chincollate the thin paper into this print. So it's going to give it all a sort of a golden tan background. Just stick these guys in the blotting paper while I re-ink the plate and run it through the press again. Now with the bit I'm going to chincollate, I lay it down, I dampen the back of it, and you can use clag. I like using clag, but sometimes if it gets a bit lumpy I go for wallpaper paste, or there's sort of different glues you can get. The powdered glues are quite good. This is the paste I'm using today. And it's just really gently sprinkling all that back of it to make sure there's no bits where there's too much. Just smooth those bits out, shake it off a bit, and it's ready for chincolle. So first I put my plate down, next I put the piece that I want chincolled down. I put it glue side up, because the glue is going to adhere to the paper that I'm putting through, and the print is going to just press it right into the paper. It's going to be embedded in, so you can't even see this bit that I'm printing now. It will just be pushed into the paper. It will all look like one piece of paper. And we run it through the press again. So I separate those, have a look at what I've got, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. In fact, I think that's probably better than the other print. And that was the COLLAGRAPH printmaking technique and the chincolle technique. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.